Lonely. Now, these were a couple players who actually really surprised us, guys. So, Seppi, do you remember?
I do like the Barbara ban. I think it was a very dangerous unit. I don't like Lonely not banning the Leo, even though he did get the kind of surprise of banning the Barbara, which was countered by the Leo because Vic was probably saying he's 100% banning this Leo. Now it's going to be a match that it's more on, you know, Juno's hands and then on the Fire Monkey. So it's going to be a little bit of a slower pace match with this Leo.
Leo definitely makes himself as a high priority target here. He's got that defense break. I think he still needs to capitalize on it. Look out for the ignored defense torn. We're all terrified of that ability.
Yeah, that was very interesting. The reduction right now drops her off the chair. Now goes the Etna, almost full attack bar, but there will be one opening. The Juno hits so hard. And the big proc from the Vanessa to try to lower even more one of these two units. Can the Narsha capitalize and kill either the Tessa? No, it doesn't get the crit.
Very difficult indeed. We're going to see this Desarian dropping here, even getting Despair stun as well. Didn't need it. Of course, this is a lonely Fire Monkey, and Fire Monkey King does have the ability to solo out, but we'll see what happens because there is a lot of damage coming from Lonely. Narsha is absolutely slamming here with a third skill, finishing off this Fire Monkey King right there. Lonely with the aggressive draft, taking round one.
He's banning the Douglas. I don't think he can let this Douglas through right now because the risk is too big, and he does let it through. Oof. I don't know, Stoic. I'm feeling a little bit. Is this Etna gonna have enough gas in the tank? He might go for just a strip and stun. Goes for it. Res, and doesn't get
so many resistance. What a change to the game there, because it was so very clear that the resistance happened on top of the Neftis. So big fan of the changes already, but I do think he actually has to go and do that third skill to get it back up onto
now
the
he needs to pray for a proc from Jameer, but I think it's pretty much locked down, you know? This Douglas is too difficult to lay down, take out of the field. It's gonna be complex. This looks like
100%,
a lockdown game.
It's gonna be popping up again with the ban going on to the Rygecki. Quite interesting.
Very interesting. I actually like the ban on
there.
the
So okay, Bailey was trying to get this Vanessa. Vanessa's definitely the focus for Vic.
Yeah, and the Juno getting that stun. The Josephine, I don't know. I'm kind of afraid when he woke up everyone by using the strip from Juno, the Josie had a 2-turn sleep. And like you said, the Josie is a problem unit. It's a unit that stuns, doesn't glance, very, very dangerous, keeps getting that, you know, cooldown resetted and then shields, feeding into the Bulwark. So I don't know. I think it was a dangerous call to wake her up. Completely unexpected to try to win this, but with the Wusa protection, the Etna damage, and the Juno sustain is gonna be almost impossible to come back.
Yeah, 100%. Defense breaks at the top of the Bailey, and that's definitely going to be it for Lonely here. It's a tough situation, man. Like we said, very, very passive heavy for Vic here, and I kind of wanted to see, you know, what we were telling Lonely, more aggression, but Vic, when you have this Veronica unit, I wanted to see more control. Synergize your team around.
You guys completely called it. Seppi, we were all talking about how we wanted that aggressive playstyle to come out of Lonely, and what we got in that third game was good sustained damage.
I think when Farass is in a corner, you get to see some pretty big moves coming from this guy. I think he's prepared a lot for this. Farass is not a fan of losing, so I want to say he's got something planned for us, and it'll be quite interesting. I don't think we're going to see anything that potentially that we saw in the very first
and the Rygecki through. It's going to be really difficult to take down this whole team.
I think Farass has no answer to the Shizuka. I think Shizuka is a really big problem right now, but he ended up going for the aggression and bans out that Dak Cassandra, and we've got Jameer getting banned out, so no speed lead.
He's really strong in this matchup because the Shizuka is going to throw the all things right now, gets everything, but the Rygecki can maintain the team a little bit more on the field. Let's see if this Cigar can get a proc to get turn 3. With that, he can lock down the game. If he doesn't, there's going to be an interesting opening for this Rygecki to have a big impact.
Yeah, there really is, but Rygecki is only heal up the lowest HP unit here. So I do still think the Shizuka is a massive problem because look how low everybody already is. And there really hasn't been like a ton of like high damage units coming at Farass right now, but there has been a lot of negative effects that Zex has been able to take advantage of. Looking for a 3, and this is brutal, man. This is really tough for Farass.
Yeah, definitely the segment not doing what she's here to do. Great proc from the Pra, but not enough. I would have loved the segment to have targeted the Cigar because we knew he had skill 3, so that's very dangerous right now. And the Pra with the proc, she needs to survive one more turn so she can finally get that skill 3 and heal up the time. But increased cook time from the Zabala, a lot of reset. Big proc from the Tian Lang, but won't do anything. He can't do much right here. There's not a big opening. The Cigar being the MVP of this match so far, resisting on that turn 1 against the segment, and unfortunately the segment, you know, the sad side for Farass. He gave her 2 chances and she failed both.
Yeah, definitely the Cigar, the Zabala, Sekhmet, Volantis, everything on Zex's side has honestly been an all-star right here. But I'll tell you what, man, this Sekhmet has not been. This has been a very, very problematic situation for Fidas, watching Sekhmet do absolutely nothing, minus this opportunity right there on top of Shizuka, landing that reset. If he doesn't take the Shizuka down right now, he's in trouble, but he did get that kill there. So does Rygecki proc and able to cycle a little bit more sustain on Fidas' team? I think that's what Fidas really needs to see right now. He needs to see a little bit more sustain for his team right now, but this is totally fine. So Fidas trying to pull himself out of the hole that he was put in there due to Sekhmet's lack of anything at all, but there's big damage still coming from this Volantis. So this is still a problem. He's got to take these units down, does get those kills. Rygecki's all set to just keep pumping himself up here.
Yeah, I gotta tell you something, the Rygecki's the MVP. We talked about it. Even with the focus on this Praha killing her, the Rygecki just kept the team alive, bringing them back in the match, and the damage over time.
The more, or Fire Ryu, more, that skill 1 attack break is honestly what's going to halt Fidas.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of strong picks. I think the Dark Robo or the Praha worry me the most. I like the Dark Robo ban as the main source of damage, but now you got to kill that Praha somehow, right? So it's going to be Pater and then the Monkey King with full stacks.
This is an excellent draft here for Fidas. He's sitting very, very pretty right now.
Exactly, Stoic. Very dominant performance. We talked about how the damage from the Dark Robo was a worry. The sustain from Praha, but he said, I can get through that sustain. If I get a proc with Death Break, units are gonna fall, and little by little, he's taking them out. Can this Praha try to bring them back into the game and make sure that once that HP goes down, the Pater's power goes down, and then the Monkey doesn't hit as hard, but it's going to be really difficult to do so.
Oh, man. Yeah, just getting these defense breaks or anything on top of the Praha. Fidas didn't even need that additional turn, though.
Keeps healing the team, bringing over a lot of sustain, and the Monkey, he says, I don't even need Rygecki. I can sustain myself. Here we go, more. He has the passive back up. The Rygecki gets the turn to Shizuka, takes the passive away. He now has a big opening for a Death Break with this Monkey, doesn't get it, little by little. Is there a chance for this more to solo? Tell the chat, Stoic.
I mean, it's tough right now, especially being provoked, because that's not at all what you want to see on your more, and that more second skill does
provide forward to a really exciting matchup later. Great game between Farass and Zex, and I gotta say, Farass really weathered the storm in that first one. What do you think Thompson needs to do in order to pull ahead and to adapt and change the way that he played from the last time we saw him?
There's a lot of sustain on Riz side. I would love to see one of the bans of the 2 last units out, either the Juno, the Rygecki, and the Tessa was an obvious ban. Gets the reset on the Ponto, so even if he procs, there's not gonna do much, but Delora looks like she did not get reset.
Yeah, he ended up going for that 3rd skill, lands that reset on top of the Chung Pung, but right now everything, nothing out of that second skill from the Sekhmet here in Pontos. I don't know if this is built on Violent. I believe it is built on Violent. This could be could be an opportunity for Thompson to do something here, but neither is Laura going to do anything either with all skills available too. I believe 3rd skill just available.
Yeah, I think what happened right here is the Hagang was a great counter pick. A lot of volatility in Riz picks. He bans the Rygecki, takes out the main source of sustain. I like that. The Praha goes through. The bans are good, but I think that Riz's draft is for the Monkey King to try to land something and remove either the Oliver or the Gianna from the field. I agree with you. The Oliver is a little bit more problematic right now.
Much, and then pushed back the attack bars of Reese over and over. Oliver remains one of those massive problematic units, but it's probably going to get pre-banned going into the next round as well, because it was the first unit that he was able to pre-ban in that first match. Reese definitely thinking about it. What does he do going into this next match here?
Okay, let's talk about the unsung hero, Praha. Instrumental. The buffs, the speed buff, the heals, the damage over time. Grey Monster and Thompson takes game 2. The Miles is gonna be so strong in here. If you manage to remove one of the 2 damage units in the comp, it's gonna be really difficult to come back. So let's see what happens over here. Turn 1, probably going to that Laura. It's gonna be really difficult to get this Miles to the late game.
Yep, nice little additional turn there. Trying to get a little bit of AoE damage. Obviously something you have to worry about when you got Rygecki out here. Holy damage, getting the Oblivion as well. So obviously Rygecki's got to pump up itself to try and shake that Oblivion off. Choosing not to, goes for the shields and with the Wusa. So only going to be using that first skill. I think Reese is in a position where he has to get rid of Miles as soon as possible. Opting to go for damage on top of the Laura here though.
Very interesting. He didn't go for the kill. Gets the stun.
Oh my lord.
He's gonna pay an expensive price for that greed. The Miles removes the Rygecki. It's a 3v. Too much sustain. The Praha, too strong, and the worst proc ever. Thompson needs a lot of violent procs right now to try to remove this Praha. 1 proc from Tessa right now. No proc. The proc can just heal, remove this Jameer with the Wusa, and then it's 2 water units with immunity versus Tessarion. Oh my God.
Very big safe play
match.
there. Reese's adjust there for the Wusa and the Praha was extremely impactful, and that was a great choice for Reese there. Reese really needed these 2 units coming down to the end here. He's got everything that he needs. He's got the shields, immunity, and all of it right there, taking down Thompson and moving forward in today's tournament.
What an upset. Reese taking the win. What a match, you guys. Seppi, where did that go wrong for Thompson? Was it the proc that you called out?
But we've got our next match. I mean, we've got a True Will Crocodile match coming up here.
Oh, yeah. And True Whale Crocodile. This is one to look forward to, Seppi.
Had to be banned out there because I do think that would have taken advantage of True Will here, but 24 speed lead for both players. As well, you know, this kind of happened before. We saw a lot of violent procs come out there, and now towards the end here, Crocodile's probably going to be procking and keeping True Will back here. But again, once again, you see that healing coming out of the passive, and the despair stuns just absolutely raining upon True Will with this water Ryu.
I told you, I think True Will was a little bit greedy, just focusing everything on the Eleanor early on. Now there's a big opportunity to remove this cigar. He goes actually for the wedge and procs to clutch this wedge out of the field. It's a 2v3. There's an opportunity either side. Procs are going to become really important right now. This cigar praying for one. Doesn't get it. He needs the activation of the stuns right here. No stuns.
What stuns?
2v2. Woo!
Man, the fact that he didn't stun anything there is just insane. Truewell, in my eyes, actually had that lockdown if he had any stuns at all with that skill too, and he got absolutely nothing. So no additional turns going to be popping out there. Crocodile looking very, very comfortable right now because that's attack bar pushback on top of this Laura. Laura's going to get smoked right here by this Water Ryu. Absolutely insane. Fives, but right now, I think the team synergy for Crocodile is absolutely insane. Truewell cannot rely on this Ragdoll bouncing things back here. I think the Chung Pong is an interesting ban because we just let a very, very strong team through for Crocodile. But I feel like there really wasn't a choice here.
The Laura, I told you, the Ragdoll was a fair ban because now with Ragdoll on the field, every time you attack, if you crit, you're going to give a tech bar. It's going to be really hard to fit in between these 2 units. He basically guarantees that the Yanhong is there right now. If he gets a stun on the Laura, this is going to be key. Doesn't get the stun, there's going to be a little bit of another opening, some damage with Wusa coming down on the Laura. She's very, very low. Can she remove? And gets triple removal, getting the opening, but the Juno will cut in. The only thing is, there's going to be a small window of time for this Beelzebub to hit, and if he gets a proc out of this glancing, this is going to be really interesting. Can he get the stun or the strip?
He's got to go for the strip there. Does get the stun as well. Holy cow, that was actually really, really impactful right now because I think he just goes and starts dropping units and everything's going to be much, much better for True Will here. Because I'll tell you what, man, that Beelzebub still is just so scary.
But I'm telling you, I really didn't like the Ragdoll on the field. Ragdoll has been a silent destroyer of this comp. He can just put the protection right here, or he can just go for the kill, goes for it. Beelzebub won't even get the chance. And GG Truewell, 29 years old, and the poodle doesn't die. It's like Ganny, just keeps getting nerfed by the devs like Oliver and continues to come back. We see him year after year when we get into the SWC. Of course, get the reset. The Chunk Pong is not provoked, and he doesn't go for it. A little bit of greed. Will the Chunk go for the reduction? Yes, sir, but the glancing does some work. No stun on the Cardinal. Very, very important. He gets out of the glancing already. So there's gonna be a small window of opportunity right here for Cardinal to turn this around, because there's no opening, Stoic. Actually, the Laura says no, closes out the door, and gets stunned on everyone. People keep picking Laura if she lost the 2 previous matches. It's because of this, because Truewell goes on to the next round. Congratulations. Beautiful show from Laura, getting key strips, the stuns, doing a little bit of everything.
So these players are really going to get their time to figure each other out here. So
synergy for this lonely pick and ban, probably turn 1. Bans on the Masha, bans on the Diana. The Diana expected.
They're lonely though, because it's really tough to come back from that. A little bit of healing there, but he's missing a ton of damage.
Yeah, a lot of damage missing. The mess up from the reset from the segment was very, very hurtful. Now, more and more damage. The Squeaky will go home. A little bit of an early pick right there. And we got to say it, the Etna was a great pick. He took it away, and he has his favorite unit, plus probably the most powerful unit right now, which is Rakuni. Ban on Rakuni, I like that. And ban on the Nikki was written all over. The Vanessa will go down. He probably will wait for the Camilla. Yes, sir. The Camilla can kill her and get the oh, no, not enough damage. Well, gets a second chance.
Well, units are finally dropping here. Dreams Joseph, nice little additional turns there. I mean, it's starting to turn around for Dreams Joseph. More additional turns are going to be running in here with a nice defense break. And of course, Provoke landing on the Suwiki. Let's see what Connell can do here. He is trying to pummel the damage in where he can.
He needs to kill this Squeaky ASAP. The Camilla can get a freeze. Resisted. The Squeaky kills. And Brox is a 3v2. And we have, on top of it, a Cardinal that can survive right now and get stuns. He needs all the stuns he can get. Here we go. Gets it. No, Camilla would have a chance, but right now it's too difficult. She needs to proc. No proc. The Tessarion will apply Oblivion. And with the touch of this segment, he takes it back. Lonely with a win on game 2.
Hey, that's going to be increased as well. This is why we call that the fire pudding princess the Jackson at home, because Jackson just does so much more than that unit.
I can guarantee you that this is very risky. Gets a proc, and it pays off, Stoic.
Yeah, massive payoff right there. Dreams Joseph woke up, chose violence today, getting that defense break. Right now, we're still looking at a transformed Diana. Diana's going to get pumped in by this Masha. Now it is back. Well, of course,
for the Vanessa, or does he risk it? Risk is on the Moor. The Moor will gain attack bar, though. This is a dangerous moment. If the, sorry, not Vanessa, Camilla. If the Camilla doesn't get this right now, there's a big opening. Goes for the AoE, heals up, and a big proc finally.
That's a very big proc right there. Yeah, no freeze is going to be coming through. I mean, those defense breaks are absolutely huge. I was going to say he needs additional turns coming from Camilla to drop the Squeaky, and he gets it. Dreams Joseph. Hey, call it even unruined Barbara. That's going to get the ban already.
We talked about the 2 words, Beast Riders, and both of them go through. Oh my God, Stoic. What does this look like? It is gonna be a dangerous match. He picks the Wusa and he's afraid of the double.
Masha's look like getting dismounted already, but guess what? We've got a Connell trying to get Provokes an attack bar reduction there. Doesn't get the Provoke on top of the Fire Monkey King though.
Yeah, drops the Masha. The monkey is almost dead. Here we go. Barbara getting him down. The Masha will finish the job.
Well, so I think he has to throw up that skill 3 there to kind of protect his team, get rid of that defense break. It might not even matter right there, but dang, man, Dreams Joseph super aggressive.
Yeah, I agree with you. I did not love the ban on the Oliver, seeing the double Beast Riders hit the field, and Joseph very comfortable, showing his experience come through and taking the win and going to the America's Cup.
He's a very well-deserving player, but I love Farass so much, and I always want to see Farass do well. This is an insane match for him. He's got to go up a very, very strong man, and Zepha is very, very great at drafting. He's so experienced when it comes to SWC. You know, he's someone who's got units and rune quality as well.
There's a lot of death rake on Zepha's side, so very, very dangerous.
Wow, Riley's going to get the ban there. That's crazy. I know Riley was a unit that Spires was prioritizing a whole lot, and looks like Zepha's going to take a page out of Spire's book here, bringing that into the table.
He's going to say bye-bye in a little bit. Keeps hitting the Momo. He can just, once again, give the cooldowns back to this Cardinal that is protected by the immunity, so he can just go for Mi Ying all over again and finish the main damage dealer. He thinks about it. 1 HP on the Mi Ying. Can he crit? Yes, sir. Completely dominant performance from Farass.
Yeah, this was a phenomenal performance for Fidas. This is exactly the kind of Fidas that we need to see here. Leaning back on this Kano there to wrap up his draft was excellent. It's such a great combination when it comes to Shizuka and Jamair. I mean, there's that AoE defense breaker I was talking about. Momo coming back to the field here. I think it is okay. It's not bad. I give a lot more credit right now to Zepha's draft. I think Zepha's got a cleaner draft here. Once those bombs hit the field, that's going to be something in favor of Fidas, and this is why Shizuka is such a dangerous unit. And I think the Nikki is a good response as well to that.
Yeah, gotta ban the Shizuka. I just don't see the team doing a lot against her. Yeah, I love the Shizuka ban. The Momo now has a
top
big...
of the Josephine as well, while the passive is down. I think Sekhmet still has to go for a nice little skill too and try to apply anything he can on this field here. Not getting any defense breaks except onto the Jamair as well.
I think this Momo can kill the Josephine right now. Let's see that damage. 3, 2, 1. No, goes for the Panda. Ooh, and that's a lot of damage. Gibbs turns down.
Really is. You're going to see the bomb coming out here. Double bombs on top of the Leo. Definitely the unit you want to try and stun and not have to worry too much about it later on. Beautiful second skill coming out of Momo. Big damage coming from Zepha here. Zepha taking a very commanding round 2 victory over Fidas.
Late and make it more difficult with the resetters to get through.
Yeah, maybe a Rykuni ban, maybe a Camilla ban could be something in that world for sure. I kind of feel I'm with you right now, banning out the Rykuni though, or limiting that sustain. But it looks like Cadiz and Praha are gonna get the bans here.
I don't know. Goes for the Camilla once again. The Shizuka, poor monster, hasn't used one skill except skill 1 this whole match.
Yep, this entire match here. Now, I can't tell if, I mean, this has got to be a violent Shizuka. It's just Rykuni and Camilla taking up all the violent procs there. I do think Fidas stays on top of this Rykuni, remove this unit from the field right now, because Fidas has done away with Shizuka. Shizuka hasn't been able to do a thing.
He saved the 2 procs for the only moment.
Wow.
Brings back the Rykuni. Now Oliver cannot do anything as Zepha wins. And Gianna. I like bans on both sides. This is going to be a more open game than what we've seen from them. And Farass is betting everything in his win right now because twice in a row.
I think he goes for the skill too and gets the double kill on the Nikki and the Josephine.
I like the safe play. I would love that. Oh my God, the
both. That is wild. Beautiful proc there from Praha. Able to take down the Josephine, which has been the problem unit. The Provoke nicely placed on top of the Nikki. Now, what a draft here for Fidas. He did have it, in my opinion, coming into this match here. I did like his draft just a little bit better. It looked like he had just more control and just needed everything to land true. The stuff that pops up and really stops things is the resists and the violent procs that Zepha was potentially getting.
Trusted, unit. Either him or Praha would have been great here, but I think it kind of tells us in what direction Farass' ban is going.
Wow, look at that. So Connell or the Fire and Bison's going to get banned out here. And then Woos is going to get banned. We got a 24 and a 33 speed lead for Zepha here. Trying to just do a little bit of something and opting to go with these massive skill 1 damage on top of Jamair. Fidas might be put at a disadvantage already, losing potentially the Jamair soon.
That is so much damage.
Needs a lot of defense breaks, but doesn't get it on top of the Gianna. This is an attack broken bomb that's not going to be happening right now.
Yeah, very smart use right there. I don't know if people noticed, but he put the bomb even through immunity to get out of those debuffs. Very interesting use of it, Zepha. And now, big proc, he can try to either hit the Oliver or the Cadiz. He has a choice. Both defense broken.
Damage,
oh my
man.
god, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, the Gianna has 2 bombs on this Pater. And with this, the Shizuka will die. And Zepha looking very much in control, because even if this Pater procs, he's just gonna die to the bombs. Gets a very important stun. He can get a reset on this Oliver. Resisted. He has skill 2. Goes for the reset on the Pater. And now the Rakuni and the Gianna showing the dominance of the bomb damage. The sustain continuously right here. And now it will be probably the death of Pater.
That's it. Farass is going to be losing this one right here because Sekhmet just does not have what it takes to go up against these absolute monsters of units here. We're taking it in right now. Taking it in. This is as far as Farass has ever come in SWC. Congratulations, though, to the round 5 winner, Zepha.
And that's how Zepha took it after our first 5-round game in a best-of-5. Congratulations to Zepha, and it was so fun watching Farass play those games. And what an exciting way to conclude it there, Stoic. Both of these players playing at the absolute top of their game.
Varieties, a lot of fast Swift units, the Etna, the Wusa, you know, the Snipe with the Mogalong and Icarus. The real question is, will Betta have something to surprise us? The Miles, what would you think would be banned here? Are you most afraid of this Tessa or of the Verd? The Verd.
Yeah, it's going to be the Verd there. Verd gets knocked out, which definitely makes sense. And, you know, getting rid of one of the strips there in the form of this Gio, we know how good the Gio is nowadays. So, by no surprise seeing that getting banned out. But speed lead coming out for Reese. HP lead for Betta as we get into our very first match between the two of them. Let's get into it with an Ethna kicking things off for us.
Etna and the Miles following closely. Who will he target with the skill 3, trying to get that stun? Goes for this Oliver and gets it. He has the Riz Molong coming in the clutch. Great pick against this comp. No proc from the Monkey. Lots of damage from the Tessa. Looks like it's getting locked down. This Rakuni needs a crazy change in pace right now. Can he proc? Can this Monkey remove the Tessa from the field? And it is dead. We got a 2v2, 2 water versus 2 fire. And Stoic, generally 2 water units always beat 2 fire units, but these are not 2 normal fire units.
Exactly, these are not your 2 normal fire units, and I think if this Fire Monkey King and Rakuni are able to get enough violent procs here, we could be singing a different tune, but he really needs to drop the Rakuni. Does get the kill on the Rakuni. I do think this ends it here for Betta, but Betta really does need to see a lot of additional turns, but so is Wusa. Wusa procking is a very dangerous unit. Goes with a big second skill, doesn't finish off that Molong just yet. He's got to throw up shields and immunity to keep himself alive.
Yeah, very interesting 1v1. Can this Monkey solo? He needs a big proc into skill 2 right now, so he's praying to the RNG gods. Doesn't get it. The Molong can try to go for the second skill. Additional damage. The Wusa will kill him.
Oh, yes. He should know he's losing that Wind Monkey King. He knows that's not going to make it through here. And it makes it through there, and that's why he banned it out. You know, I like Reese's draft now. The defense break as well. Starts pummeling the damage. No additional turns. Taking advantage of that defense break again. Second skill coming out. Push up the attack bar is doing so much damage. Diana's looking like dropping already. That's actually really big right there that he was able to get that, but keep in mind, I do think Praha died with 3rd skill available potentially, so he could use that 2nd skill to bring back Praha to have that heal on deck. Oh my lord, so many additional turns coming out of this Avelio though. Oh man, ready?
And try to win with the protection of this Wusa.
I think so. I think he does ban out the Rakuni here. I'm kind of strange why this Fire Monkey King got put here instead of the Oliver. I thought Oliver would have been a way better pick for Reese to drop in there, and the Rakuni is going to be getting the ban, and so does the Camilla and Fire Monkey King. And the Fire Monkey King, very good up against opposite element.
Yeah, very strong. The Wusa right now protecting the team, but we have a Miles on the other side that can strip and stun. He got the shield, but didn't get the immunity. This is important. He goes for the Reckless this time and removes the Miles. The question right now is there enough damage for this Vanessa to die, or can the Vanessa proc a couple times into this revive? I really like his decision. Stoic.
It's not terrible here, but even with the procs coming from this Vanessa's going to go ahead and get a unit up here, and it's not going to have a lot of HP, and it's not going to matter too much because we get a 3-0
think this is going to be one of the most exciting games that we've seen thus far, guys.
It really is. I mean, this is the America's Cup final of last year, and it's happening right now. True Whale and Rygecki, this is one for the ages.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, Stoic. Agree with you. You know when you're, like, eating and you have a delicious dessert at the end? That's how I felt today in the beginning of the day. I was like, oh, my God, I can't believe we're going to get this as the last match. So super excited to see who's going to be the last person qualified.
Forget about Ragdoll. Buff that unit. Ban the rat.
You gotta ban the rat. You gotta ban Raccoony, you know, and I don't know if people got my joke of rat and mouse instead of procs. He can get a kill in this Laura. Let's see how hard it hits. It doesn't get the proc to finish off the job, and now the Laura with AoE, lots of additional damage. And coming out, the Julianne has the opportunity to finish her off, and she's already below the threshold of a Belio passive.
Laura's definitely going to be dropped there. Julianne's still alive with more damage coming into Shizuka. Shizuka, to be real.
Or try to go, the heal, though. Yeah, I like the heal. Please don't stun the rag. Well, now the ragdoll is above threshold.
Yeah, there's no way you go for the ragdoll, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, all ragdolls are built on violent. He's got to keep pummeling away with second skill. I don't think you even bother with the first. You got to go second skill right into that Juno. Juno's got to go. This is a unit that he's got to have to deal with. If he had violented with that ragdoll, that would have been... Well, he can't violent because obviously we got the cut in from the Abelio, but still, man. Well, he can't violent because obviously we got the cut in from the Abelio, but still, man.
I really like Rygecki's draft right here. Stealing the Laura away has done so much for him. The Ragdoll needs to do some magic, like, you know, a proc into the ignore defense once again. But this Abelio is going to finish off the Wusa, and Rygecki takes game one.
Out the Suiki. That's very interesting.
He baited the Suiki. I don't know if I like that, Stoic, to be honest, because now Rygecki's probably taking turn one with the 33, and
Reese said he pushed the Escher in front of everybody else, which is crazy. Big third scale doing so much damage. What a draft for Rygecki. That was so well played out right there.
I have one.
Yeah, things are looking really good right now for Rygecki still. He's landing everything that he does need. That's a beautiful stun, though, landing on top of the Escher. Escher can get killed right there and does take that kill. Fire Monkey King looking for an opportunity to land a defense break and potentially violent proc. This could be really good for Truewell if he's able to, you know, get a, you know, very surprising kill here to do so. Gets the defense break like we said. Wow.
Casters, he can try to go for the reset on one of the two right units, Miles or the Monkey, and then finish it off. He doesn't greed. He goes for the kill. The Monkey, death break. Now this segment is probably going bye-bye. Here we go. Miles, woo, 15K and the proc.
Yeah, beautiful damage right there. Oh, man, the writing was on the wall for Rygecki. He didn't know what to do with that Fire Monk King. True Whale.
True Whale's draft is really comfortable in here with the Oberon ban.
Yeah, Oberon gets banned out. I feel like even that Camilla getting locked in there, we knew it was going to get banned out as well, but 33 speed lead right here for Truewell.
I really like the Cardinal with the Volantis right here, even with a proc from Abelio. Right now, the Volantis will be able to hit AoE, and if he gets one or two stuns, this is going to be really interesting. You got to hold that heal right now, and he does it. The segment to get some resets out.
Yeah, he really has to. You can see he's probably going to keep pummeling away at the Shizuki. He's got to go for that wild blow to try to remove that shield.
Yeah, and the thing is, the passive of Abelio is so strong right now. He once again will have the heal in a little bit, so that window of opportunity for Rygecki gets smaller again. Lot of damage.
Yeah.
The Shizuka is holding for dear life. Here comes the Wusa. 5.8 damage. And the proc, the Oliver will have an opening, but
oh my lord,
the wound.
That's great. He didn't even need the two-turn sleep there. But, I mean, True Whale taking Rygecki down in round number 3. That is a very, we ban it out. And we do ban out the Antares here. And I think that was a bit of a desperation move from Rygecki. So I do respect the ban on top of the Julianne. And I do understand the ban on top of the Antares because that's just something you can't account for. So here we go, guys. Match number 4 with Rygecki and True Whale. True with potentially a Swift Verti heal? I don't know.
Ooh, no, maybe violent, but He does have match point right now. The Wedget, he gets the combo. Here we go. The Laura with the strips misses on this Shizuka. Now, this beautiful monster. The Cigar has to hit it and gets the increased cool time. The Vertihill will give the opportunity to just go around this Juno and this Jameer, and he can try to kill the Jameer before it even takes a turn.
It was really nice. Oh my lord, that's not at all what Rygecki needed to see. We got almost no stripped, no.
Yeah, that proc will not matter that much because the Shizuka is still 3 turns away now, but the proc from the Praha does matter. Oh, but misses on a couple units. That is so unlucky.
A couple units looks like all the units, it feels. Not at all. Rygecki's getting very unlucky right now. We saw Juno drop the ball. We saw Praha even drop the ball, even though Praha did proc to heal up the team and try to, save Rygecki, pull him out of the hole that he's in right now. But I mean, you wanted to see all 4 units left right there, and we did not see that. So right now, Rygecki looking very, very unlucky.
Yeah, and he gives up.
Holy cow, True Whale, what a victory.
And just like that, True Whale is the last to qualify for the America's Cup on September 16th. What a last game. The difference in turns was absolutely crazy there, Seppi. Combine the Vertihill with the decrease from Cigar, there's just so many more turns being taken on True Whale's side. Reese and True Whale, all 8 ready for the America's Cup. Heading live and in person to LA, just like you.